Welcome back to Battle Cage. It's your boy Saif, and I'm coming to you with yet another great video. Today we are going to be looking at UFC Fight Night, Nicolau versus Perez going down this Saturday. And you know what they say, time is money, so let's get right into it. Starting off the card, Gabriel Benitez versus Machado, 35-year-old Gabriel Benitez taking on this up-and-coming fighter Machado with a current record of 9-3. 24-year-old, so definitely massive room for improvement here, and he's going to be coming in with some sense of urgency. So let's take a look a little bit closer about these fighters, and I'll break it down and see if it's something worth talking. Okay, so first fight, you already know the business. The business is we do not bet on the very first fight. I'll give you guys my hot take, but this is the first fight. We don't bet the first fight ever, and we will never do. So let's take a look at these two guys. Gabriel Benitez coming in with a 23-12 record. Machado 9-3 record over here. They're both coming off a loss in their last fight. We got a Mexican versus a Chinese fighter. The size advantage is for Machado, 6-footer, 155. Reach is pretty much the same, and the leg is kind of, a bit for Machado, obviously, because he is the a taller fighter. Machado is coming in with a price tag of about, where are you? About minus 230, and Gabriel returns plus 190. I think the line is priced rather fairly here, but you know what? It don't matter. It's the first fight. We are not gonna be taking any action here. Although I am gonna favor Machado here, being the younger fighter, fresher fighter. I think he's gonna throw volumes. The experience for Gabriel Benitez cannot be denied, and it looks like Machado's biggest weakness is experience, because that's where he lacks his experience. But he is a tough guy. He's not gonna stop rolling. He's not gonna stop going, and I think he can break down Benitez. The only thing here that we should really be concerned about is the grappling, and the grappling takedown accuracy is 50% for Gabriel Benitez, absolutely non-existent for Machado, because Machado does not believe in wrestling. He just likes to throw it down and slug it out. But with that being said, the pick is Machado because he is younger, 24 years old. The growth potential is, sky's the limit for this kid. But at this price tag, first fight card, we are not going to be getting our hands dirty, so we just move forward. In the very next fight, we have Ivana Petrović taking on Liang. Size discrepancy is evident, 5'8" to 5'5", 29 years of age for Ivana. Liang is 27. Reach advantage for Ivana. The striking length per minute is almost the same. The accuracy advantage is going to be going for Ivana. Yes, takedown average is going to be favoring Liang. So, women's MMA, and Petrović is coming in with a hefty price tag. They're looking at minus 455, plus 350 for Liang. I'll tell you this much. Liang has a lot of heart, but I just don't think she's a UFC caliber fighter here, and I believe we are looking at her last fight. The price tag, considering the statistics that I'm looking at and the level of competition, I will say I agree. But again, live odds are reflecting. Where are you, Ivana? Yeah, minus 455. Pretty heavy chalk to pay for a parlay piece. And she's most likely, if you look at how she's getting the job done, we are going to go right here, for example. Win by percentage margin. It's going to be a KO or submission, possibly decision, because Liang Ma is tough. But one thing about Liang I'm sorry, I called her Ma. She's just a tough girl who does slug it out. She likes to make this fight greedy. Looks to get the fight to the ground, as you can see by the 60% takedown accuracy. But you know what? She doesn't really do much over there. So I'm gonna say the pick is Ivana Petrović. Buyer beware at minus 455, but I think they picked out a good opponent for her to get the job done. This is a parlay piece at best, and let's cruise down along. Okay, up next, we got an even Steven. Gabe Green taking on James Lanton here. This is a debuting fighter um, with a, not so much of a good record, if you will. He's 14-2. Most of it is very, very juiced and padded, if you will. He is going to be the much younger fighter, 24 years of age. I'm scared to bet these up and coming new fighters with padded records, especially debuting against a seasoned fighter like Gabe Green. Yes, they're both. I mean, yes, Gabe Green is coming off a brutal knockout by Pooh Bear, where they dished it out in the very first round. He got clipped, but you know what? It is what it is. Everybody gets clipped. This is the UFC. I'm not gonna write. I'm not just gonna write him off, And Gabe Green has made a career of basically beating on these debuting fighters and welcoming them to the UFC. I do want to do a little bit more of a research on James Llontop, and the early pick though is going to be Gabe Green based on the system of not betting the debuting fighters, not trusting their padded records, not going by a 14-2 type situation where we're going to say, oh, this is a good fighter and things like that. You do have to look at the striking landed per minute, 6.28, favoring Gabe Green. You have to look at the wrestling ability here, which is going to be significant. We look at 50% takedown for Gabe Green. For the accuracy, we're looking for the defense as well. So we do have some data over there. We don't have much on James Llontop now. Does show promise, does show potential, but it's too early to tell. It's a debuting fighter. Even Steven, they are giving him some respect, so we have to take that into consideration. But it's a scary situation. It's a 50-50 fight based on the odds. I'd like to do a little bit more research. I'm edging Gabe Green ever so slightly. He's not a debuting fighter. He's been there. He's battle tested. At least we know what the hell he's all about. He's tough as shit. So that's what you got to remember with. And buyer beware, early pick is Gabe Green, but I'll have more data by Friday for sure. Let's cruise down along. Up next, we have another women's fight. This is going to be women's strawweight fight. Both ladies are coming off a loss. Marnic Mann versus Ketlen Souza. If you look at the odds at the current moment, plus 260 for Mann, minus 325 for Souza. Another chalky women's fight. This one, completely stay away. I don't want nothing to do with this fight. This is a bathroom break, and I'm sorry to say I have, no confidence in Ketlen Souza. She is expected to win here. She does have a decent fight record, 13-4, so pretty seasoned over here. If you look, pretty seasoned. 28 years of age, just at the time. Her striking accuracy is 100%. Take that with a grain of salt if you want. The reach is pretty much the same. She is physically bigger, 5'3", minus 350. It's absolutely insane. It is what it is. Women's fight, parlay piece at best. Ever lean to Souza? Am I gonna tell you sit here confident and say bet your money on it? No, you want to parlay it, fine. If you have to, if you're feeling like a absolute gamble degenerate, that is a parlay piece. Better price tag than you getting with Ivana Petrović, which I am a little bit more confident on given the talent discrepancy. And yeah, here you got pretty much the same thing. I'm going to go with the Brazilian fighter, Ketlen Souza, based on the predicted odds and win probability. Am I going to sit here confidently tell you, yeah, that's the absolute pick? No. So level of confidence about 4 to 5 on a best day. But that's the pick. Let's cruise down along, guys. Up next, we have Dontel Mays taking on Caio Machado. And big boys are throwing it down. It's a UFC heavyweight fight. The striking advantage is going to favor 6.57 to 3.60. And I got to tell you something. In his fight Caio Machado against McParkin. He looked good with the striking. Obviously, his biggest loss was taking the L because of the control time that Mark McParkin was able to um, implement and get the fight. Dontel Mays also has that potential. He is a humongous human being, 6'6", training partner of John Jones, 3-inch reach advantage. Solid season at this point, 10-6 record, but he's notoriously slow. His striking has always been a bit suspect, and at the current odds, I believe they're giving Dontel some love here. Let's go over here. You look at his win by knockout, four wins by knockout, 2 by submission. So not a fish out of water. 6 finishes, first round finishes here. If you look at their predicted odds right now, let's see, plus 120 for Caio Machado, and minus 142 Dontel Mays. Yeah, whenever I get a minus number in front of Dontel Mays, I get scared. I'm going to go with the dog here. I don't like Dontel Mays. I don't think he's very good. I don't trust Dontel Mays. If you look at the striking, punches absorbed, Dontel Mays absorbs, almost 3 to almost 4 times the amount of Machado. The defense is favoring Machado. The landed percentage and the volume is going to favor Machado. So if Dontel Mays cannot get him down here, which he doesn't have the same skill level as Parkin, so I'm going to go with the dog here, plus 120. I think he's going to, weather the storm early from Dontel Mays, and the longer the fight goes, he's going to preserve his confidence. He's going to preserve his pace, and he's going to probably knock him out. Trust me, he has the ability to knock out Dontel Mays. Dontel Mays is gonna hover in a punching ball, and he's just gonna get absolutely murdered. So the pick is the dog, Caio Machado. Let's roll pass. Up next, we got a very inconsistent fighter in the likes of Austen Hubbard. He is in the UFC. He's out of the UFC. He's under Ultimate Fighter. He's back in UFC. I can't keep up with this guy. He can't be trusted. Figlak, this fight started at a pick'em, and the line is going toward Figlak. He's currently sitting at minus number. Let's look at the actual number here. Minus 142. He did not disappoint in his last outing. I think he looked decent, if you ask me. Figlak, that is. Now, he did take a L to Perez, but Perez is a game opponent, a very technical fighter over here. But before that, look, he was coming in with some solid decision wins, and I feel like that this is a good spot for him to once again get a good decision, because once again, I'm not very high on Austen Hubbard. I don't think very highly of him. I don't think he should be in the UFC. I don't want to really, take a shit on him, but certain fighters just don't belong, and I don't think he belongs. I think Michael Figlak has much more to give, and I'm gonna go with the fighter Figlak here. He's 27 years of age, younger. He has more to prove. Yes, he is giving up some striking length per minute, but I'm sure he learned a lot from his fight with Perez. And, because he's on the upper swing where Austen Hubbard is in the downswing, we're going to go with Michael Figlak. You probably lost some value if you haven't taken this fight yet, but if you want to parlay him just as a better parlay booster, that's the side that I would be going here. I'm probably at 6th or 7th level of confidence here, because once again, I don't trust Austen Hubbard. I just don't think he's truly a UFC caliber fighter. And that's it, folks. I mean, if you guys want to do a little bit more aggressive grappling analysis and give some favoritism to Austen Hubbard, perhaps I just think we haven't seen enough of Figlak to really write off his defense. So yeah, we're gonna go with Michal Figlak here, and again, I think it's a solid pick at this point. Let's cruise forward. Already, we got Rani Yahya taking on Victor Henry. 5'7" for Victor, 5'6" for Rani Yahya. 39 years of age for Yahya, 39 for Yahya, 36 for Victor Henry. Advantage in the reach, only 1 inch, but the significant strike landed per minute is volumes, volumes, and volumes, whereas Rani Yahya is takedown, submission, control, and things like that. So let's look closely over here. Win by percentage, submission, Yahya, 75%. As you can see, the knockout or the decision is definitely with Victor Henry. Average fight time is a bit long. He is just a volume kind of guy. As you can see, he's going to be definitely winning in the volume and exchanges. I think he has enough in his takedown defense arsenal, 78%, which is very, very good against this fight, against Yahya. And he's going to have enough to get him down. And yeah, but the odds, man, absolutely disgusting for Victor Henry. And you have to admit, Victor Henry in his last fight, it was a no contest against Bashrat. But you know what? Did he give up? I don't know. Did he take the easy way out? I don't know. You can say whatever you want. But it was a no contest. It is what it is. You can say whatever you want, but I think that's smart, that's intelligent. And considering the massive loss as a minus 800 Bashra just took not too long ago against such a big underdog as a hobby, it is what it is. Just the number is disgusting. He's not playable unless you're thinking a prop, like a decision maybe. Yeah, but I think he's gonna come in with a chip on his shoulder to finish the fight. So gotta be scared about that. Once again, minus 600 is absolutely insane, and we are not ever gonna do that. That's not smart. So let's cruise down along that fight. The pick is Victor Henry. Pretty solid with Victor Henry. He has the youth advantage. He's not a young man, but in a good shape. And I think he's going to pounce on Yahya really early. He's going to be able to stuff the takedowns and beat him up, man. That's all I'm going to say. So the pick is Victor Henry, but we cruise past this fight. Already up next, Tim Memes, the Dirty Bird, taking on Uros Medic. Physically, pretty much the same, 6'1", 6'2", 6'1", but the age, my goodness, 40 years of age for Tim Memes, 30 years for Uros Medic. Tim Memes also taking on 4-inch reach advantage, strike landed per minute, volume-wise, pretty much the same 5 apiece, man. I gotta tell you, Uros Medic is not a bad fighter, but the loss against a debuting fighter from Kyrgyzstan with a last name that I can't even pronounce via rear naked choke is that was a little bit of setback for him. But I think in this case, where he got controlled over 7 minutes, but that dude, I can't even pronounce his name, guys. You want to do it? You want to pronounce his name here? He lost to this guy. He lost to this guy, okay? This dude. He lost to this guy. Orobai. Mick Tybeck or something like that, man. Good luck with this guy. But yeah, he was a debuting fighter. He was coming in with some hype. He lived up to the hype. He beat Uros Medic in his debut. So go figure there. Yeah. The pick is going to be Uros Medic. And do I really trust him with my hard-earned cash? Absolutely not. But in this case, it's stylistically a fight that's favoring him. I don't think Tim Memes is going to control him for 7 minutes. I don't think he's relatively going to be looking for a submission. But if you ask me, Tim Memes is a game guy. But once again, only 15% of his wins came by submission. The knockout, 61%, is where he lives. He is a good fighter. If you look at the grappling here, it's going to favor Uros Medic. So it's actually going to be in his world. But the takedown defense of 65% is not too shabby. The pick is Uros Medic. The predicted odds probability of minus 230 is decent. He's also minus where is he? Minus 245 live odds on DraftKings here, as you can see. So yeah, a parlay piece, um, a prop situation, nothing crazy. Don't go, balls to the wall with this fight. The pick is Uros Medic, 7 out of 10 confidence. So I'm pretty high on this guy. I would say definitely a good parlay piece that's gonna give you some value. Um, a decade of difference. But if you look at if you want to bag a dog, Tim Mims is a dog. But again, Father Time, 33 wins, 15 losses. Father Time. So it is what it is. That's the pick. That's the price. Let's move forward. Up next, we got another set of heavyweight boys. Austen Lane taking on Jhonata, whatever you want to say. Diniz, that's what I'm going to call him. 36 for Lane, 32 for Diniz. Yeah, striking differentials favoring him. A bit of a youth advantage favoring him. It is a heavyweight bout, so you can't really take that into account. You got to consider the debuting aspect, a little bit of jitters for Diniz. He looked good in his performance. His record is nothing crazy. He's a 6-0 undefeated fighter. Never tasted defeat. He's coming off the Contender Series here, where he had a KO in the first round. So looked good. Looked good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Austen Lane, ran it back a couple of times with what's his name, the big boy, Jay Tafa. First one ended in no contest because of the eye poke. They ran it back and he got knocked out. So it is what it is. He's big. He's athletic. Plus 205. If you're looking for a big ass dog, literally a big ass dog. He's 6'6". If you're looking for a big ass dog to back, it's him. I don't bet debuting fighters, but there's something about this Diniz guy. He shows a little bit of promise, but minus two, what is he? Minus 260-ish. Where is this guy? Diniz. Right here, minus 245-ish. Debuting fighter. Buyer beware. I'm not taking any action in this fight. I will pick Diniz because I was disappointed in Austen Lane performance. Again, he is a big ass dude. Big ass dude, man. 80-inch reach. What else do you want me to say? Volume is on Diniz' side. So buyer beware, man. It's a buyer beware situation. Let's roll forward. The next one is another females fight. We have 3 ladies fighting here. So there you have it. 6 ladies fighting, 3 female bouts here. Ariane Lipski started as a favorite. She has now come down. Wait, see, these lines originally was Ariane Lipski as a favorite. They haven't been updated online, but it looks like the money's actually coming in on Karine Silva. And I do agree. When I looked at the lines earlier, I absolutely disagreed with Ariane Lipski being the favorite here. I think she's just edging out a very lucky 3-win streak. She used to be good. I don't think really highly of her. I do like Karine Silva here. I think she's just gonna be a little bit more game, a little bit more technical. I know she is coming off a submission win against Morose, which is a good win. But if you look at her last 3 wins, man, all by actually all the wins, all 5 of her wins are by freaking submission. So this lady is the pick, man. Give me the killer at Karine Silva. I'm not high on Ariane Lipski. I like Karine Silva. She's been doing it. She's been doing well. Doing it well. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, minus 125. Great play. Great value. 78 confidence level. Give me Karine Silva. I like that. I will be playing that. That is one of my high pick, money line picks, and that's what we're going with. And yeah, let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? Moving down along, it's going to be a good fight here. This is a level confidence of about 8 or 9. That's right, 8 or 9. And the line is a bit chalky here, minus 175, minus 180 range. So if you look at the co-main event, Ryan, the Superman Spann, he's minus 192. He was cheaper yesterday. The line is coming on Spann. He's going to be the more seasoned fighter. You know, Spann has fought, a lot. He's fought different opponents all over. He has the reach advantage of 3 inches of reach. Experience-wise, he has a 21-9 record. Even though Bogdan Guskov, the unofficial cousin of Anthony Smith, or a stunt double of Anthony Smith, because the guy looks like freaking Anthony Smith, does he not? I mean, look at this guy. Just take a look at this guy. And yes, he is from my country, but it is what it is. We are not going to even remotely look at the flag here. We are only going to look at the color green, if you know what I mean. So let's go with Ryan Spann. Really high confidence, striking advantage, reach advantage, and he fits the description of a big dude who likes to sling and bang, and he is going to win, and I'm sure he's going to win. Get this money. Let's go. Good confidence, high parlay probability pick. Let's go. The Superman Spann. We are doing it, and we're doing it well. You know what I'm saying? Moving down along into the final main fight of Matheus Nicolau taking Alex Perez. Alex Perez came from a long hiatus, injury layoff here. He is coming 3 L's, but look who he is losing to. Just take a look who he's really losing to. His last 3 losses were Figueiredo, the former champ, who's now killing it in the bantamweight, right? Excuse me. To Pantoja, who's the current champ. You know what I'm saying? Can't say nothing about that. And let's look. And he gave Mukayev the unanimous loss. He gave him the business. So it is what it is. Give me the dog money here. Alex Perez coming back. He's a formidable guy. He's not old. He's 32 years of age. I don't really consider Matheus Nicolau a big threat. Yes, he's minus 180, but buyer beware. If you look over here a little bit more detailed breakdown, they're both coming off a loss, so you got to consider that. And you know what, to be fair, let's look at Matheus Nicolau. What's he doing on the other side? He was doing well, you know what I'm saying? Good wins, split against Manel Cap. I knew he was going to do that. Let's see what else. He had a Tim Elliott unanimous decision win. That's amazing. David Dvorak, also good win. Matt Schnell, he knocked him the hell out. So good wins. Couple of years ago, he fought once last year, exactly 1 year ago. Got rocked out by Brandon Royval. Yeah, man, it is what it is. Give me the dog money on Alex Perez. He's just a small ass little pit bull. He's my size, 5'6". Let's go. Matheus also 5'6". The reach advantage, they pretty much have the same reach. The wrestling, though, you gotta give it to Alex Perez, though. I believe it's gonna be Alex Perez. Wrestling, though, I gotta say, if you look at the takedown defense, 93% for Matheus. So it is what it is. But the takedown average is going to be favoring Perez. I think physically, Alex Perez is a bit stronger. Give me dog money in the main event. And yeah, I like the price tag of Alex Perez at plus 145. I'm not hating it. It is a live bet situation for those of us who are a bit hesitant on Alex Perez. And I just think that because he came back, he looked semi-decent. He gave Mukayev the business. Some people even picked him to beat Mukayev because they didn't like Mukayev. And And I was worried in that fight because he looked kind of good. So give me Alex Perez, dog money spot to finish the picks. Yeah, I'm at 30 minutes. It is what it is. Like and subscribe. Let's get this money. Battle Cage, we're over 1,000 subscribers. I absolutely thank you. If you like this content, smash that like button for me. Completely knock out in the last second like Max Blex Holloway, the subscribe button, turn the notification bell, and this year we're gonna make some real chata. Your boy is out.